Hello everybody. Those of you who have been following me for a while know that I'm an enormous Juan Toscano-Anderson fan. In fact, I made my first talking video about him. So he hasn't gotten as much playing time this year because the team is deeper, but he's been patient off the bench, showing a lot of great perspective and playing pretty well when he's had the chance. So I'm just ecstatic to focus on JTA, giving a huge jolt of energy to the Warriors to take them over the finish line against the Sixers. This play looks like Draymond's going to set a pin down for JTA. He's going to get the ball, and then it's going to be a get play where Seth comes right back and gets the ball from Juanito, and then this will turn into a screen taking out Thybulle. That's a pretty good play. Very reasonable to run that. There's the feed to JTA. I couldn't quite stop it in time to simulate the complete deception, but here's Seth running. Looks like he's going to get the dribble handoff, but you can see already that JTA is going here, but he's going to say, yoink, I don't need that. And Drummond is not going to bite hard on this, but he's going to bite a little bit. He's just going to pause in place and let JTA get a step on him down the middle. And then the spacing is such on this defense that there's a really wide open lane down the middle. And there was some play earlier this year where JTA went for some kind of subtle layup and missed it. And ever since then, he's been trying to dunk everything. I think he told himself and the coaches told him, man, you can dunk well, just dunk everything. And he's going to show Drummond that he can dunk everything. JTA does a lot of little things that I love. So here's Seth. Of course, you want to get the ball to Seth, right? Well, Thybulle is trying to sneak in and intercept this. You know, one of these little hustle plays that's so annoying. And you see, here he is. There comes the Jaws music. He's coming in. And you wouldn't 100% blame Juan if he just threw this, and then it would just be a 50-50 ball with Seth and Thybulle. But he doesn't throw it and instead says, I'm not going to fall for that. Are you kidding me? I'm just going to take this. The Warriors have a very quiet 4-on-3 here, and so Poole's job is just to swing the ball fast enough to reach the open man. Wiggins is cutting down the middle here, so he's going to hit Wiggins. That's going to force Curry to rotate, and we'll leave this man, JTA, open in the corner. Wiggins with a very nice immediate find, no surveying the landscape for the Predators. Good job, Andrew. This is one incredible contest. This guy was at half court or something when this play began. He just guns in there. Is it Maxey? Anyway, he makes an incredible contest here. Coming out of nowhere. Whoa! Look at this. Beautiful. Swan Lake. He gets some serious height on this. Not only does Barishnikov here fly by, we've got these two defenders coming in, and now Poole is back to being open. So one has one flyby go by, and he takes a rhythm dribble, ready to fire it up again. But now we've got another rotating defender. So this time it's Thybulle coming in to contest. JT is like, bring it on. Did you see what happened to the last man? He's there stumbling into a photographer. But I like that JTA does not push it too hard. He knows his limitations and he can hit threes, but mainly if he's got a lot of space and time to get it off. So he draws a second defender, next challenger, and then he throws it out. Draymond gets it, and he feels like, I'm not going to push my luck. I'm going to let someone else take this three. How about you, Jordan? You can hit a three. And Jordan has a very nice wide open. JTA is starting to walk away at this point when he sees the shot go up. He might be flashing the premature OK three. I like that. So we have another flyby. This is the best part. Juanito, even though he was, I think, flashing this premature OK3, he says, you know what, just in the 1% chance that Jordan misses this, I'm going to try to rebound. Shots up. 99% of the time this comes to nothing, but he sees a nice seam. No one is boxing him out. There's a beautiful space right between these two rebounders. The ball is teed up for him like the basketball gods are thanking him for his hustle and dedication and humility. And Juan says, yeah. Sixers, I thought, showed a lot of composure tonight, even after that pretty disheartening putback that Juanito dropped on their heads. Here they're trying two cross screens, stagger screen for Seth Curry. Seth gets one screen. Juanito fights around it, and he's locked in trailing Seth. So it's time for the second screen to take out Juan, right? Well, Juan is taking a good path around, taking the long way around the screen. Number 20 is setting the screen here, but he notices that Juan is over there, so he keeps on inching over more and more his screen to try to get in the way of Juan. And in the NBA, you can get away with a lot of moving screens, but I think this is just a bridge too far, this whole sideways shuffle. He moves over about 4 feet in this. Yeah, so that's just a little too much. He moves over 4 feet, gets the hip check into Juanito, which sends Juan to the floor, and the ref has a beautiful front row view of this whole thing unfolding, and he can't ignore it. Yeah, that's the look of a man who's been on the bench more than he likes. This is another good quiet play by Juan amidst all the loud plays. Billy getting the screen here for Seth Curry. Defender has to step up because it's a Curry. Juan is observing, trying to see whether Curry can actually beat the defender off the dribble. This attacker is trying to clear out. So there's a question, does Juan follow the attacker or does he stick around here? So this is the little subtle juggling act he's trying to do. And Juan finally thinks, you know what? I'm just gonna hang around here, which is a bit of a gamble because this man Isaiah Joe can definitely hit a shot. Meanwhile, on this side of things, it looks like there's gonna be a rescreen and Seth Curry's gonna take that. The whole defense steers that way. The screen looks like it's coming here. The defender here is almost icing it, which is not good because GP2 doesn't realize he's icing it. If it was ice, then GP2 should be over here in drop position, ready to receive the man who's been forced away from the screen. So Seth Curry makes a good move and says, hey, I don't have to go in that direction. You two stay over there. Bye-bye. And he drives. But unfortunately for him, if Juan had followed his man out here, this would be a layup, right? There would be no one here. But Juan instead alertly decided to zone the strong side here in case Curry got past his man, and he is getting past Poole, but there's Juan right there. So that's going to foil this whole part of the play. Seth tries a pretty delicate floater over a very pumped up Juanito, and it's off. Draymond was quietly inhaling every rebound in the fourth quarter. He just slips in there and says, I do believe you have my property. Yoink. You can count. There's one Draymond, 2 defenders, so the Warriors have numbers. Jordan Poole, Juan is running the middle lane, so he's just going to get it to him. Somehow, Gary Payton II has slipped behind the entire transition defense of the Sixers. This is just a real nice play. Poole gives it to Juan, who's going to force this defender to step up to him. And Juan was anticipating that already, and he just, the second the ball touches his hands, he just does a touch pass right to GP2. GP2 knows how to dunk. Nice. He's got the full goggles in effect for himself. I can only hope for the sake of decorum that his teammates are goggling him, and this is a mutual thing. Oh, yeah, okay, here we go. So we have a confirmed sighting of goggles from the bench. I think that's Otto Porter again. This is a serious ballet of switching here. We've got JTA, Draymond, GP2. JTA starts off on Maxey. Maxey's looking like he's getting a stagger screen. The first screen immediately slips. So the question is, who takes this man? So this is turned into cross screen here. This man has popped out. And so the Warriors have to scramble here. So Draymond going to switch over to take Maxey on the other side of the screen. That means JTA has to recover to the popper. Good job. The Sixers don't let the Warriors rest for a second. Maxey tries to turn the corner on Draymond. JTA is directing traffic as he goes. This man is ahead of GP2 and he's never going to catch up. So JTA has to rotate on this second roll. JTA is pointing to GP2 to switch. You have to take my man. And that means GP2 has to cover this man. And JTA is going to switch to this diver. Draymond is going to stay on the ball. So there's a lot of delicate switching happening. JTA does cover this man. DP2 hasn't quite peeled off, so this man thinks rightfully, hey, I'm open. Maxey is fast, and even though Draymond is DPOY, Maxey might be able to turn the corner on him, except Juanito is now helping off of number 20. The Maxey's coming through, Draymond's right on him. Juanito's rotated to also challenge Maxey and to help set up a wall if he puts up the shot, which he does. That is a really hard bank shot, which goes nowhere. Niang actually wins this. Juan didn't quite box him out, so Niang is just going to get in there and get the ball. That was a good hustle play. JTA is going to stay strong and try to keep Niang from going up for the easy layup. Draymond and JTA are on him. Maxey's still on the floor over here, so that makes things easier. It's just a scrum. JTA does a great little swipe down. I think he's been talking to Andre, and he knocks the ball loose. Beautiful play. But the Sixers are so on it, they actually pick up this loose ball now. If the Sixers go fast, they'll have a 2-on-1 on Wiggins here. You can see Niang is looking right at JTA. He's just gonna go taxi driver on Juanito. I don't exactly know why. He's gonna just get two hands on Juan. He could have just boxed him out, and that would be that, because Seth is going up for the shot. But instead, he does go for this little shove. Oh, it's possible that Juan didn't fight the shove as much, but there's definitely a shove there. And so Juan just ends up on a keister here, and yeah, actually saying, hey, I'm open. Look, I don't know where my man went. Look, I don't know what happened to the guy here, but I'm totally open under the basket. And the refs are forced to call it. Quite a few Warriors are coming up to Niang on this. I guess it's just the accumulation of the whole game. He'd gotten the flagrant earlier. That push didn't really look that bad, but in the context, sort of felt like he was starting trouble. Jordan Poole, not very happy with these guys. He's definitely giving them a piece of his mind. So much so that, of all people, Draymond is going to go over and say, my friend, don't you know that violence is not always the way? As the great Sun Tzu once wrote, whoever owns the land will rule the heavens. Draymond saying, come, please, brothers, let us bring peace to our hearts. Got that little pats, giving Jordan Poole some impromptu calming CPR. And a little shove like, now it's time to get away from the referee. Delicate time in the game, Warriors have 9. Just about to blow the game open, don't ruin it with the stupid T. I would know about that, Jordan. Okay, Warriors going for the kill. Draymond is going to give a little stab point for JTA, saying, hey, you go in the post. There, so JTA goes, all right, I'm posting up. Draymond feeds it. This is the variation where instead of having a cross screen for the nearest guy, you have Steph setting a cross screen for someone who dives, and then Steph will pop out. But here the dive works so well. Steph getting a little bit in the way of his brother, little Curry on Curry violence. Poole turns the corner real sweetly. And now it's just a matter of whether Juanito can throw this pass cleanly. It's a beauty bounce pass. No way to stop this. Well, I mean, I guess Curry tried to stop it by grabbing him, but Poole, you see the flexing muscles. He was apparently too strong by self-report. It's the little things with Juanito. He's covering Seth Curry, but Steph's man looks like he's gonna come up instead of pick, and we don't want Steph to defend this if you have someone else like Juanito available, so he's just going to smoothly turn around and he'll say, I'll take that, and Steph will switch over to his brother. Just a quiet little switch. Like, all right, now he's following Thybulle around. Okay, I like this play. You know, that last play with the backdoor cut with Juanito and the post, that works so well, so Juan's just gonna post up again. 2 pass Draymond into Juanito, and then Steph is here, just getting in the way for Jordan Poole to cut backdoor. This time Seth Curry seems more aware that this is happening, so he's going under. So Seth turns over here to stop the Jordan Poole cut, and surprise, surprise, it's actually Steph Curry who cuts. I think they have some latitude. They know one of them is going to cut, but if the other guy gets jammed, then the person who's not covered has freedom to cut. So Steph comes through, but this defender is aware and on it. He's got this big claw here waiting to stop this pass across. So good move, Steph coming through. And that delays things just long enough to keep the pass from going through, and now the defender's recovered, the moment has passed, right? But Draymond says, all right, the backdoor cut is passed, so now it's time to run the proper split cut. So Draymond's going to raise his thumb and say, hey, come hitch a ride on my screen here. See there, come fly with me. So Poole's gonna come over here. Draymond looking like he's gonna set a screen. Seth Curry realizes this is bad news. Draymond appears to be setting a screen here. Seth goes, I'll be clever and I'll just cut him off at the pass. Unfortunately, this defender is not real aware of what's happening, so Draymond's gonna say, all right, fine. Y'all look at Poole. He's so inspirational. Drummond does reach a hand out as to say, okay, there's Draymond. I know where he is. Draymond says, no, you don't. He just cuts back door. That is one heck of a pass. That is not a big window there. It does help that the defender had his back turned, but that was pretty sweet. And Draymond? No more of these bank shots. Dunks for everyone. Here's the icing on the cake. Play seems to be breaking down. This passer's gonna try to just sneak a pass through anyway. But Steph alertly says, you know, I'm standing right here, and there is such a thing as peripheral vision, even though my back is to you. And he just immediately just gets a hand on this ball. And it goes right to Juanito. The basketball gods owe him a lot, right? Straight to him. And now he's off to the races. Can he beat this guy? It looks like this guy's got an angle, right? But look at this. Hard dribble, gather, rip through. 2 steps, which is allowed after the gather. He knows Drummond is right behind. So instead of finishing on this side of the glass, he's going to go reverse on the other side of the basket. Oh, that is so nice. And Juan, dang. Did you see that delicate little touch I put on it with this magic hand here? This hand is crazy. And the bench responds, yes, Sir Juanito, we saw that the hand. See how they all have their hands out in the delicate move, like, yes, we saw the right hand of Thunder also can do delicate feather moves. Uh-oh, Damion really is stuck in I am in awe of your hand mode. Juanito's celebrations were marked by long-held positions that made you worried about his health. I think Damion Lee's picking up the torch. Just trembling the hand just a little bit to show the delicacy and that he's still alive.